Welcome back to AI War Classic. In terms of the blade itself, I did take the other way around. I'm going to go through the short wormhole, hop into narrate close to the actual target in Titan. And I experimented with this a bit and discovered a couple things. One is giving this thing attack orders isn't too useful because it won't move in the direction you want it to because of how long it tries to stay within range and then shoot. So where do we want to get it? We want to get it to the wormhole. And so I'm just going to click directly on the wormhole and see what happens with it. It's moving in that direction. It's taking significant damage. Okay, now it's going to be taking more damage. And it'll shoot at stuff in its way as it goes. But you can see it's taking a lot of damage. Here comes more. It's down to half. Now it's starting to shrink this stuff. Can it get in there? Well, I'm going to take that as a yes. Okay, what's our message log? Oh my goodness. So, yeah, a whole bunch of stuff died. And not just here. Like, the home world isn't even there. Like, we can't even go. I can't even go in here. But we do have some new journals. Follow the last home command station. Can't stabilize the wormholes to its home galaxy. Deprived of reinforcements. Cut off command control. The remaining AI forces will quickly fall before a desperate onslaught. Whether humanity survives and does not again become its most lethal foe remains to be seen. So that's pretty standard. Then we got this from Davidson. I had no idea even the blade had that much power. Upon its entering the exo wormhole, we detected the single strongest energy pulse on record. Most of the normal instruments were useless, of course, but we have some specialized equipment for observing stellar transiton phenomena and the like. This was on the upper end of even that scale. The full result is currently unclear. The blade is gone, as is the planet it entered from, and apparently whatever the AI was drawing from on the other side. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure the galaxy on the other side is still there. This particular ally will not be able to help us again, I'm sure. But that may not be a bad thing. And we have a final message. Finally, we shall end this. This shall also be my end. So I shall break my silence upon the cause of our exile. My people ruled the stars, but like your own, they became bitter toward one another until one killed another. At last, the different rulers were brought to acknowledge the ancient emperor of our oldest days, and there was a peace of sort. But there was one who sought to usurp that. Our people again warred against each other, and my brother and I were champions of our ancient emperor. But the usurper's intrigues ran deep, and we were implicated in treason. The web was too tangled, and we could not prove our innocence. It was our prior service which gained the clemency of exile. Farewell, human. Perhaps at song's end we shall meet again. Okay. So basically an ancient war, an extremely powerful Kree precursor race, and the Exodian Blade sacrificed itself to end the AI threat and destroy its counterpart, aka brother. So I think that the Exodian Blade is interesting. But I wish they had made the exo attacks against it stronger and then those stuff that constantly spawn on the homeworld less. Because it seems the way it's set up, it encourages the sort of gimmicky thing that I just did. Which is to, find the closest wormhole. And you're largely at the mercy of how close the wormholes spawn. Like if I hadn't had one that close, it would have been much, much more difficult. And that stuff doesn't spawn constantly at us unless you're on the homeworld. So it just seems really suboptimal / gimmicky. I think I now want to explore. We've won this variant, but I want to explore what the Nomad does before I wrap up this run. So I'm going to go back to before I actually went in to activate the blade and see about getting that Nomad beacon. Basically what I did is I tracked down Nomad 1. It was over here, gradually working over this way. It's a green planet, so the reprisals were a concern. And I was basing out of Oberon initially, and now I'm basing out of Typhon. So there was some moving around. I've had 3 reprisals hit. Here's the last of the latest one. You can see V8 is not doing too well either. All of that is details. I've been moving as many ships as we can in here. Can't build turrets without taking another planet that's closer to it. Then we've got this Mark IV ion cannon, complicated things. But I use the normal strategy I do in here with the green planets. Had my Enclave drones, bring out all of their run-of-the-mill ships. There wasn't a barracks here. And then had my starships move in, unload from the transports, knock out the guard posts. We've got a minute and a half, a little less than that, and I brought in reinforcements here once. I've got the larger ships in my fleet essentially just holding off this hacking response. Now we got about a minute. You can see they're coming from various directions. We've got another reprisal coming, and that'll probably get bigger. So this is not a work of art, but the point of this hack is to disable the AI failsafes that will destroy the broken Nomad. Yeah, okay. Level 2. So we're definitely going to have a lot of painful cleanup to do after this. Anyway. So if this hack completes, then I'll be able to take out the command station without this self-destructing. So that's the point of this entire fairly lengthy operation. Oh, there we go. Lovely, Guardians. But, how much? 20 seconds. And as soon as the hack is complete, I think I just want to get out. And then clean up the mess later. Because it'll all go to threat. We'll see where it sorts out at. There we go. So, I need to deal with... They're going to get a whole bunch of ships spawning in here. I need to go back. I need to rebuild. I need to deal with the threat. Come back in. Control the planet. Then we can activate this beacon and move on to the next step in that path. So, next situation. And here's a bit of the danger from letting the threat build up. I'm confident we can handle it. But this is a big attack in here. We've got 1,000 ships. Now, thankfully, only a few Zenith reprocessors. I'm not worried about us handling this in here. They do have an EMP Guardian, but we have a number of Mark V turrets, which are immune, so that'll be fine. But we got 1,300 reprisal from... There's going to be a bunch more reprocessors with that going to Ixion. That's where the fleet is. Just got them in there just in time. So let's see this fight for a bit. You can see there's our lovely orbital mass driver eliminating various things. They're coming in from 2 directions. So this is a very smart movement from the AI to do this. They're using most of their threat to attack our homeworld while the reprisal is several distance away. And if it wasn't for all the stuff that we have in here, it would be a problem. I'm just going to wait in here until our stuff... There we go. Now things are coming back up. And you can see, there's still over 1,000 ships. But as they come in here, we should be able to handle this. If we look at their starships, they don't really have that much. They do have a bunch of bombers. But we've got very stout defenses in here. With all of the armor booster and whatnot. We're going to be fine. Radar jammer, etc. So, okay. Ixion. How's this doing? Well, they have themselves a few of those. So that's going to be a problem. But, again, we've got all of our fleet out in here. So if I had not had all of this stuff set up the way it was, I would not have been able to risk having that much threat hanging around. But as it is, I think we're going to be okay. Knocked out a good portion. Okay, yeah, some stuff's starting to run away now. Pretty much all of it is. Okay, so it's time for chase mode. It's time to clean up the mess. Then we'll just double check back and make sure our homeworld is not doing worse than I expect. See how this plays out. So half of it's gone. Half of the attacking force. They don't have that many. They're mostly smaller ships. A lot of it is... Okay, yeah. So that's that. Now we can head back in and hopefully seize control of Nomad 1. Because the nice thing about this is it did clean out most of their threat. So they're still going to get little bits more added to it. But we're going to be able to handle whatever's in there once the fleet gets rebuilt and everything. So, successful defense. Cleanup is done. We've knocked out the command station, and so now we have ourselves a beacon. Now we're going to have to repair it, but let's see what they have to say. And let's see. Jonathan Tarson from Xenoarchaeology. Congratulations on the successful capture of Nomad 1. We've secured the source of the broadcast, what's left of it. Well, command and control was partly right. The beacon, as we're calling it, is more of a guidance system, except that the Zenith apparently liked building their guidance systems inside huge golem-class monstrosities. The practice has a certain charm. Nonetheless, given the size of the objects being guided, I'm not sure what the Zenith were thinking. It does have transportation uses, but let's be honest. We've done a thorough scan of Nomad 1 and discovered it isn't so much a planet as an artificial structure wrapped around the biggest warhead in the galaxy. Lovely. This is a weapon, a terrible weapon. It may be how we survive this war. On the surface, it's simple. Repair the beacon, have enough energy available to activate the repaired beacon, bring the beacon to an AI home command station, defend the beacon long enough for the nearest Nomad to get into range. No shield network or other defensive measure could possibly save the target from that. The beacon itself will be destroyed in the process, of course, so we can only do this once. And there are further complications. The AI obviously knows what this thing can do, hence those firewalls we had to disable. If we actually reactivate the device and bring it to a non-Nomad planet, such that its broadcasters go active, well, the AI response will be enthusiastic, to understate it greatly. Okay, so this is apparently a different kind of superweapon then. Warhead inside of a planet. We want to guide one of the Nomad planets there. It says the nearest one. So I'm going to want to repair this and then get it over here. And then the question is, how close are the other Nomad planets going to get? They take a while to move. We would have to clear out the home world probably and defend the beacon there for quite some time. And right now the beacon is like way on the other side of the galaxy. So I'm probably talking about taking some time for it to get over vaguely near Titan and have another Nomad planet nearby before I send it there. We shall see. Well, I had to wait hours for things to get in position. Let's take a look first of all at what the next journal entry said, because they had more when the beacon activated from the same Jonathan Tarson. While reactivating the beacon, we have learned more. We're dealing with something that could actually fracture the wormhole network. The target planet and the impacting Nomad will be utterly gone after detonation. No wormhole links to either planet will survive. Either planet? Oh, the Nomad planet and the target one. Okay. If all the planets are still linked, the remaining ones will, without relying on transient Nomad links, the destruction will stop there. But if the detonation actually splits the wormhole graph, this is a cataclysmic weapon, Commander. As long as we're still on the same side as the AI surviving main warp grid generators, or home command stations, we will survive. But every single planet cut off from their main network will suffer the same fate as the original target. However, if the detonation would actually cut us off from an active AI home command station not on the target planet, the AI's warp grid is too strong to be simply shattered in this way. In this case, the original target and the impacting Nomad will partly survive, as the warp grid itself will actually absorb the worst of the destructive energy, but it will rebound, and the resulting backlash will devastate the entire Murdoch quadrant. We would survive barely, but with hardly any ability to fight. It's a terrible weapon, Commander. Choose wisely. Okay, so this is more useful. It's a lot of technobabble to understand just from the description, but it's more useful on like X-type planets or concentric other ones with more choke points. In this case, I only saw one spot where we could really do something like this. Like if we detonated it on our Chandra, then we could have that sort of scenario, because you have to go through our Chandra to get into Fat Samurai. Otherwise, like, any way we detonate on Titan, there's going to be a path out. So that really wouldn't be a thing. So we're not going to explore those kinds of scenarios. After all the time passed, we are just past 16 hours. The Nomad planet has come over here, and that's about as close as we're going to be able to get it to Titan, I think. It went up this way and then moved along the very top, and then it's been like angling down in this general pattern. So it might get a little bit closer to Titan, but we had some work to do in here as well. I went in here, and you remember the core warhead interceptor was here. I sacrificed most of my fleet to knock that out. A couple problems with that. We got the core CPA, that's hit us, so we got all of this threat various places. Yeah. And then a bunch, of course, of their strategic reserve got spawned, and I think some of them are coming after us. Because they're plowing through in Falcorum. Yeah, we got all this fun stuff moving in. So we've got to deal with defending Quayar at the moment. And, of course, an EMP went off. Let's see, I've got a bunch of you. Once you're activated, I think I'm just going to build some more turrets. So all of that, most of our fleet is gone again because we sacrificed them to make that homeworld attack work. So then I've got a ton of lightning warheads, and these were meant for attacking the homeworld itself, you know, clearing out the rabble while the Nomad beacon is in there, but they can be used for this purpose as well. So I'm just going to grab one at a time some of these and bring them up here. And I just want them to sort of clean this out. Again, buy us time while the EMP wears off. Buy us time while other things happen. What do I want to hit here? I really don't like those spider guardians. Let me hit that. And then whatever else I can take out with it. I'm not worried about the EMP. Okay, well, we got the Spider Guardian, the EMP, and not much else. And, of course, the other type of the armored warheads would work better for this. But, you know, you take what you can get, and in the numbers that we have, because I've built a max cap here, we should be fine. Vampire Guardians, there's another Spider, another bomber, we can probably handle that. Let's just see what else comes in here. I'm not going to shoot anything else off just yet. We are gradually going to get more ships in, as well as, let's see, we should have you back operational. Let's move you in there. And I want to be gradually just taking all my ships. I should have a relocate thing on. And putting them right about up in here. There we go. So let's have all of you go there. Let's see what we have. Because now that we've got stuff back up and running, we can fight off a certain amount. We just have to keep it from becoming too much. Again, these are all Mark V Guardian type things. What kind of fun stuff do we have down here? MLRS Guardian. Yeah, they captured a bunch of our siege engines with their 2 Theta stuff. Lightnings are scary, but not so scary to turrets, really. Spiders have really long range. There's only one of those. Got a core starship. Couple Zeniths, those are a little scary. Plasma Siege 5. I think the Plasma Siege 5 and the Zeniths, those are the scarier ones. Where are they? Okay, they're all up in this general area. Let's throw another warhead. Again, I'm just going to burn up some of these smaller ones. We can rebuild them. But I just need to make sure that none of that really dangerous stuff joins in with a bunch of the other attacks. Okay, what do we have up here? There's the Mark V. Let's see how much one, low-level lightning warhead does to that. Okay, took out a couple other smaller things around it. Only did about 1/4 damage there. I think we need to turn up the volume. Let's get a Mark II. Let's throw a Mark II up in its face. And that, of course, will get more surrounding stuff as well. So we've got... There's a couple Zeniths. But this isn't far behind. I'm worried about the Zeniths, but not as worried as I am about this. Okay, that was a lot better. These can take a lot of damage, so if I send another Mark I after the Zeniths, I'm thinking that might be enough. Let's see. Grab another cloaker. There you are. Just looking for the right size of warhead. And let's get out there. So there's our warhead. Hit the zeniths. Okay, I think I knocked out one. The other one's almost gone. Then I'm hoping it can take out everything else with the turrets and everything. So that, I mean, we used up 4 warheads and just as much AI progress as that. It's not too bad. I don't know where that CPA is going to hit yet. Okay, we got Ceres and Galate. Galate is over here. Ceres is over here. Yeah, I'm not worried about any of that stuff right now, I don't think. I think it's time to go get the Nomad. And they'll start sending exo waves as soon as I move the Nomad off this planet. I even tried doing it with no stand down, not activated, and they still did. So that's one of the reasons why I really want to get all the way over here, because now it's just a few jumps to the homeworld. So I think it's time to go get it. You can see it's moving along decently. It's pretty slow, though. It's 44. You can see the 9 million health, and then it has 10,000 attack times 20 with good range. So it's not a wimp. It's nothing like the Blade, but it's still pretty darn good. Let's get it into Quayar. You can see we've got other things coming after it. Provoking exogalactic attack. Meanwhile, we're building up our ships. There we go. It's got the flame wave attack, just like the fortresses and all that stuff does. What on earth? Okay, we accidentally took out... Well, that wasn't intentional. The Nomad planet hit there before I was able to... able to get that off. So I actually have to wait a little bit longer for the Nomad planet to get distance from Cedo so it can travel through it into Quayar. It looks like that beacon makes it move quickly. Much more quickly than I'd expected. Okie dokie, we have 30 seconds till the next exo. I basically just waited a couple minutes, then I was able to move it without the planet being destroyed. And it's in Falcorum here, and you can see that the Nomad planet is gradually making its way over here. So we got to get it to Titan. We got to get it safe. It's at 98%. So I want to move it up here, and then I've got my warheads all in here prepared. And I just want to start, let's see, send a small one through first. Start sending, I just want to send one through. Then I'll have more come in and follow. It's not having any problems with these small amounts of ships that are in here. I grabbed up what fleet I could. And all of a sudden, Titan provoking exogalactic attack in 10 minutes. It didn't count the one before? That's weird. Okay, anyway, there's some bug going on with that, but I don't really care. Right now, I just want to get this thing up there. Yeah, okay, here comes the exo attack. Okay, hold on. Let's... Yep. There's the exo attack. Let's go with a 2. That's a good part of it. Well, don't go in yet. Go right next to the door. And now go in. Yeah, and they're attacking Ilmar. I don't care. Because we're about to win or lose the game here pretty soon. Or win or lose this homeworld, which is the point of the demonstration. And then let's get... Okay, we've got one Mark 1 left. Let's send you in as well. Okay, we're on the homeworld now. Yeah, they got 2 Theta doing all kinds of crap over here. Let's take down the core implosion and then the orbital mass driver. Okay, that's gone. Mass driver, probably the next most dangerous thing. And where are my warheads? Did they not go through? I definitely want the warheads to be going through. This is the moment. There we go. That was pretty good timing. And they are headed straight for this sucker. Got that one. Why don't you go after that? Where are we at on our... Yeah, this is coming, but it's taking its sweet bloody time. Okay, I think I keep sending in warheads. I don't know what that one was from. We've got another warhead here. Okay. I may have to pull this thing out to repair it if I can't do quite enough in here, but... all we've got over here now are shield bearers. I got Spire starships too, though. Let's grab a Mark II. I think armored warheads might have definitely been better. Yep, more stuff coming. Let's go after that area. Come on. Come on, go! Why are you not going? There we are. Well, you're coming, but I want you to come faster. We gotta knock those out. I think I gotta keep the warheads coming. Okay, yeah, there's more here. Let's keep them from getting through. Send another one. Down there anywhere. Did we not get another... I don't know what happened to that last warhead. I mean, they're just... see, they're doing the same thing here. They're just spawning stuff. So, you know what? I almost wonder if... oh, there went the next warhead. Okay, it just took a while to get wherever it was going. I think I want to retreat this until they're almost here, because they're not just getting the exo attacks, they're just doing the same spawn randomly stuff with the blade. I mean, so I think I don't want to come in here until come on, get out. Get out. Get out of the stinking wormhole. Okay. I failed. I'm going to need to go back. Alright, I found a way to make this thing work. So let's take a look at that. See, we got over 6,000 threat. The main thing to see here is the Nomad planet is almost at Titan because I moved everything around to here and basically just waited for it to get over there. Now, doing that was an adventure in and of itself. Because the key factor in this is that none of these ships can actually attack the beacon because it's cloaked and deactivated. And so I went through and did the whole, you know, tachyon rating thing and got everything through here. I'm not sure this is how the Nomad beacon is supposed to be used. From my point of view, it's profoundly stupid, but it's also necessary. So, what are you going to do? Okay, so we're going to take one of our cloakers and one of our high-powered warheads, and we're going to take a little trip right over here. And I want to move the rest of this stuff because I want to be in position. Got to blow a path through here. They got a whole bunch of gravity stuff, and they've got tachyons to detect us, and I don't want to mess with any of that. So let's get over there. Oh yeah, I loaded it and the freaking cloak goes away temporarily for a second. That's what's going on here. Okay. Move all of you here. That actually might help me. I want you to hit Gravity Ripper. There it is. And now all of the stuff that's going to prevent us from going through is gone. So, all of you come over here. And you're still cloaked. I want you to get in there now. Come on. Because, of course, I got to make sure I actually get there before the Nomad arrives. And I want to get away from Titan too far. There we go. Blow all that stuff up. Okay, you're in. Now, how far are we? Yeah, it's moved a little bit further away, which is unfortunate. But so I probably should have come in here a little bit sooner. Nonetheless, it's close. That won't take long to get in here. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here, of course. And now we're going to go in with everything. First of all, we're going to move our transports in. Not sure why you're coming out here, but you're going to want to come back through, aren't you? Okay, let's unload all of you. And then you are actually within range, I think, of... Yeah, okay, there's other stuff coming through, but also the fortress reaches out here. So I want you to come over here. And then I also want to send all of this fun stuff through and just blow up whatever, because I just need to buy a little bit of time. That's all I care about. A little bit of time. Okay, so let's have... See, this warhead. You go hit that. And let's have one of these. Go hit that. Nope. Just that one. I think I'm actually going to set up more warheads than I want. Okay. But still. Just want to keep you over here. Okay, we've got more warheads. That's fine. Let's set off one of those. And one of these. Bingo. And yeah, there's still lots more stuff. So I'm just going to keep setting off warheads. There it goes. It arrives, and again, we have the same situation. It annihilates the entire system, removes it from the map, and then after that, all we would have to do is go down to this way. I'm not going to bother with that part of it, because we've essentially already won this game once, and now half of a second time. We did lose Ilmar. We've got more stuff attacking. We have a whole bunch of threat, but we'll be able to rally, deal with that, and then come down here. So that was the Nomad planet beacon. Obliterates the planet, like literally the space where the planet is inaccessible, and all connections to it. So there are now only 78 planets in the galaxy instead of 80. So what's next? After the Exodian Blade has been finished, well, I have one more thing I'm going to do before putting AI War Classic to the side for a while. I'm going to do a maximum difficulty game. It's going to be double difficulty 10, hardest settings I can find. And it's just to show off how ridiculous the AI can get, like how completely impossible You can win on difficulty 10, but you cannot win on the settings that I'll be using. I just want to survive as long as I can in that. That'll be my only goal. So that'll be coming up next. Hope you've enjoyed this playthrough. See you soon with maximum AI raid.